Hello everyone and welcome back to the Warhammer 3 newsroom. I'm COLONELDAMNEDERS and today we have a flyover of the campaign map for Total War Warhammer 3. Now we obviously see a ton of the map as well as a couple of our legendary lords wandering around on it. There is a ton to be excited about here, so let's waste no more time and dive right in. First up, the graphical fidelity of the map is incredible. It looks a lot cleaner than previous Warhammer maps and has obviously taken some inspiration from games like Troy and games like Three Kingdoms. And it is really giving off the vibe of a living tabletop. The first city we see is Kislev, and I love how unique it looks on the map with the Ice Palace in the centre as well as the intricate walls surrounding it. Of course, Catherine is there along with some Frost Maidens and Ice Guard as well as a big old bear. Now this is interesting, we're seeing Ice Guard on the campaign map since there's not much reason for them to be there since they can't move around without a lord as far as we know. And this could just be for the cinematic, or this could be hinting at a new way of moving units around the map. We'll just have to wait and see. As we fly over more Kislev lands, we see a couple more settlements in that Kislev style. I'm hoping that once you take these over, they'll change into either your faction's style or possibly an occupied style Kislev settlement to really sell the idea that they have lost a location. While we're flying, we also see a number of beasts roaming the lands, which is nothing new, but they look super detailed and add a lot towards making it feel a lot more alive. The next faction we see is Castaltin and his branch of Kislev inhabiting Castle Alexandrinov on the coastline. His city isn't quite as impressive as Catherine's, but it still looks unique, so I'm very happy with this. As we head further north, we see a Demon of Khorne marching down from the wastes, and we even fly past Hell Pit, so I'll be curious to see if Throt will make an appearance here when the game launches, or if they'll be added later on. The final Kislev settlement we see is Prague. The fact it looks so unique and gets named makes me think this could be the site of a future Kislev faction. That this could also just be to highlight that it is a unique settlement and a major stronghold of the north, as in the lore, it has been attacked so many times and it has become one of the toughest nuts to crack in the Kislev Empire. Moving east, we check out the mountains of Mourn, which are of course home to the ogres. Of course, their settlements have more of a tribal hut style, which still looks very cool, especially in such a location. We also see possibly the strangest thing in this trailer, a slave giant wandering between settlements. Again, this could just be for cinematic reasons, but having giants wandering on the campaign map looks very cool, and is making me think we may have a system similar to older Total War games, which allows you to send units around without a lord. Now, we have no proof of this right now, but it would be an interesting direction to go. As we come up on Greasus and his settlements, we see it's not too different from the basic settlements we've seen so far, aside from maybe being a little bit bigger. To be honest, I don't have a massive problem with this, since ogres aren't really architects as far as I'm aware, so to build a massive settlement isn't really something I could see them doing. Similarly, we see Scrag and his settlement, which looks to be more or less the same, but we can see a more visible cauldron. Into Cathay now, and we see they really do have a huge amount of land, and it's mostly plains, so it shouldn't be too hard to get across both for you and for the enemy. We see settlements large and small, and this might be the most beautiful part of the map, with cherry blossoms and floating islands dotting the landscape. We see Wei Jin, which is looking very Tolkien-esque right about now, with the circular design and many tiers of walls. The main city is connected to the flowing city above it, so I'll be interested to see if any battles take place on the top part, or if everything will be left to the bottom. Of course, we see the Great Bastion and each Chaos Force charging towards it, and I love how the corrupted land outside looks, and I can't wait to spread that throughout the map. That being said, I hope we see some more differentiation between the different kinds of corruption. I want to see rivers of blood for Khorne, plague boils for Nurgle, harsh winds of magic for Tzeentch, and large ding-dongs for Slaanesh. Alternatively, colour would do, but why not get creative with it? Now the final city we see is of course Nengao, which is of course defended by Miao Ying, and it looks to be another multi-tier settlement, but not exactly the same as the others. And that is just about everything we see in this video. I'm obviously very excited after seeing this, as I think the campaign is the most exciting part of the game, and a map that looks as good as this will be a great time to play around in. I love how each major settlement looks totally different, and I can't wait to see if they change visually when occupied by other factions. Of course, the fidelity is improved, and I love the art style they've gone with, and everything just looks so damn good. I just hope that it runs okay on regular consumer hardware, and we aren't stuck waiting for the RTX 5090s to come out to play this game at above 60 FPS. The video here runs smooth, but only time will tell how it runs on your average consumer hardware. Anyway, that about wraps up everything. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking or feeling about all this, and what was your favourite part from this trailer. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe if you want to see more. Of course, be sure to check out COLONELDAMNEDERS.store to grab the brand new Christmas sweater merch and anything else store-wide for 10% off using the code FESTAC2021. As I've said before, the Christmas sweater line and the discounts end at the end of the year, so make sure to make the most of it while you can. I'd also like to thank all supporters of the channel, in particular Henry Tucker and HBLC for their support at that Unclean Ones tier. Huge thanks to all supporters, thank you all for watching, and for now, I've been COLONELDAMNEDERS, and I will see you next turn.